A buck swope joint.
Well, it's been an issue for some time. What's going to happen to Tower T? And I think we have an answer in the studio today in the form of Steve Walkenbach, native of Afton. Now he's living in God's country, Arizona. Mike Shamia is with us. He's his business partner. Mike, I think you're a St. Louis guy right now, are you not?
That's correct. I am.
Well, good to have you guys here. Let's start with you. I guess McBride Homes has stepped aside, and now you are walking into the land formerly known as Tower T. What's going to happen there, Steve?
Well, Charlie, we plan to redevelop the entire site. We're in the early stages of planning right now. We've engaged a local golf course architect, meeting with him this afternoon. We want to keep that tradition, that legacy alive. A lot of great memories at Tower T. So definitely the driving range will be back, batting cages will be back. At least a 9-hole golf course. We're trying to see how much we can fit on the land, because we did not get, I think there was 10 or 11 acres right underneath the tower that was not part of this deal.
Okay.
And they're not available.
Not available.
We're going to make the best of it.
I've seen 5-hole courses before.
Yeah, we've heard of some courses that have gone to 5 and 6 holes, and maybe that's a trend in the golf community now. So really, at this point, we're in the planning stage, so we're looking at every possibility for redeveloping. We want to make it accessible and approachable to everyone, whether you're going out for a date night or you're a serious golfer that wants to work on their game.
I think a lot of the appeal of the former Tower T, Charlie, was that approachability Mike mentioned. I mean, you'd pull up and see maybe a Mercedes parked next to a pickup truck. So intimidation factor was not there, and that's what made it so great. So,
how many months a year do you expect your operation to be open?
Well, I think in some form we're going to be a 12-month operation. We're going to have some areas that are going to be accessible year-round. I mean, obviously your sweet spot is in the summer, fall, spring months, but we're going to have something there available for some golf training or lessons year-round.
So indoors?
Don't know if it'll necessarily be full indoors, but some enclosed area, something that we can have accessible to the serious golfer year-round to come and work on their game.
With the driving range, are you thinking one level or multi-levels? Steve?
Possibly multi-levels. We want to use the land the best that we can. So
sure.
Possibly that does mean a 2-level driving range, but we'll find out more this afternoon, I guess.
I want to thank Councilwoman Clancy, who's vacationing with her family this week, for her work on Tower T. As you probably know, the new owners of the Afton property intend to preserve it as a baseball and golf complex. Tower T is an important neighborhood and asset, and Lisa actively engaged the community and set an example on how to lead on a very difficult issue. And I want to thank everyone who came to the council to express their concerns. Public input is important and encouraged. Thank you very much.
My name is Tim Day. I live at 7329 Nottingham, 63119. I'm here one more time to talk about Tower T. To echo what's already been said, I want to thank Councilwoman Clancy, especially for her role in representing the residents that she was elected by and engaging in town halls that Councilman Trakas, you attended one of them, and just not taking sides, but seeking the input and setting parameters that would trigger certain things to happen. And here we are. We have a new owner and operator, and McBride graciously sold and got out of the way. And now I think everyone can be happy with the way this all played out. I think back, the first one of these I came to when your predecessor was still the county executive, and just seeing how the county council has evolved in the last 18 months. And I really think that, as many bad things that have happened in St. Louis County and as much of a mess as it can be, I do feel really good about the direction that the county council and the direction under county executive Page, the direction that it's going. And I look forward to returning when there's another issue, that we can close the books on this one, hopefully, but There will be other issues, and I look forward to coming back and engaging when the time comes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Michael Burton here. Just want to thank you guys, all of you, for listening to us over these past 18 months. I really have no words. This is bigger than Tower T. This is bigger than Tower T.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. My only words are fight hard, fight fair, show them your heart, and never let them feel comfortable. Thank you all.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Councilman Trakas.
Congratulations.
I'm Teri Pelich, and I hate to say this might be our last time here. So we went to say thank you guys, and you're going to miss us. and when we were hardest hit, we would get into the huddle and we'd chart another plan, and we'd lift Michael up when he was hit hard. And he's was our backbone, and we were his ribs, and we just stuck to it when it got hard. And with guidance from some of the council members, you know, we stuck to the fight. So, on that, woohoo!
Hi, I'd like to talk about the roller coaster I've lived since Tower T closed and how I'm feeling today. I had the pleasure of working as a cashier, usually at the Mini there at Tower T, for the past 10 years before it closed. In the Mini, I enjoyed all the people I met, got excited for them when they went out on the course, and had fun watching the families, couples, and friends of all ages play mini golf. I felt like I had my own little cabin in the woods and looked forward to being immersed in nature, seeing birds, deer, turkeys, and other such animals who had made Tower T their home. When Tower T closed, I was heartbroken. I had lost my job, had to say goodbye to customers and coworkers I had grown to love. It was unbearable. The next several months were very tough for me. I grieved the loss of Tower T and cried when I drove past it. I missed my job and all the people I had come to know and love so much. A big part of me felt like it died with it. Michael, meanwhile, kept plugging away and rallying people together to save Tower T. I attended meetings and tried to keep the faith. Then the unthinkable happened. McBride decided to sell to investors who wanted to restore Tower T. I now see McBride in a whole different light. And now it's funny, I was crying before because I was sad, and now I'm crying because I'm happy. I want to thank McBride with my utmost thanks for stepping aside and letting us have our dream. And to Michael, Lisa Clancy, and the county council, and all the community. There aren't enough words to express my gratitude. I hope to return to work again when Tower T reopens. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Tower T people. Their persistence paid off. When citizens take on developers in St. Louis County, they rarely win. The Tower T advocates clearly set the record for the most appearances before the council. It's been nice for them to be at the meetings every week, but I'm sure they can find something different to do on Tuesday nights.
I'd like to move to suspend the rules for the purpose of adopting and presenting a resolution honoring Michael Burton and members of the Save Tower T Coalition. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. The rules are suspended. Please read resolution number 5.
Yes, sir, Mr. Presiding Officer. Resolution number 5, introduced by Councilmember Trakas. Whereas in 2017, members of the Save Tower T Coalition, launched by activist and community organizer Michael Burton and other concerned Afton residents and supporters, came together to oppose the demolition of Tower T Golf Course and Recreation Complex located at 6727 Higgy Road in South St. Louis County. And whereas Tower T is a beloved recreation site and even more a special community gathering place that residents have enjoyed for over 50 years, creating special memories among family and friends. And whereas the Save Tower T Coalition passionately and diligently gathered community support for saving the complex while faithfully attending meetings of the St. Louis County Council for at least 45 weeks. And whereas the Save Tower T Coalition did not waver in pursuing respectful discourse, honorably opposing the proposed residential development that would have replaced Tower T in a manner that well represents the best of public engagement, and offered persuasive testimony to assure that elected representatives were fully informed and advised of the issues, and that those who were proposing the development were made aware of the importance of this complex to the people of the Afton community and indeed the region. And whereas the coalition's efforts have resulted in the acquisition of the Tower T property by individuals committed to the continued presence of a golf and baseball complex that will create new memories and to maintain a green space for friends and family to gather and play. And whereas it is appropriate to pause and express appreciation for and acknowledge the great sacrifice of time and other resources by our citizenry for the greater good of our county, and to acknowledge that in doing so, the citizens of the Save Tower T Coalition have demonstrated the importance and effectiveness of public engagement with the business community as well as with government in the best tradition of Benjamin Franklin's charge that it is incumbent upon citizens to keep the republic, thereby ensuring vibrant democracy in St. Louis County. Now therefore be it resolved by the County Council of St. Louis County, Missouri as follows. Section 1, the County Council congratulates all of the people far and wide who made up and supported the Save Tower T Coalition for achieving their goal of preserving a significant community landmark and regional destination. Section 2, the Administrative Director shall send a certified copy of this resolution to Mr. Michael Burton, who has given of his time and energy to serve as the passionate spokesperson for the coalition.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So I know of no better example in the short time I've been here of citizens' engagement than the Coalition to Save Tower T. This is exactly what Franklin meant well over 200 years ago when he told Elizabeth Powell, the founders gave us a republic if we can keep it. It only works, folks, if you stay engaged. This is a great example that nothing is impossible and everything is achievable with commitment. So I commend the Coalition to Save Tower T. I commend Michael Burton. And Michael, I'd like to present you with this resolution.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Yeah.
we need to adopt the resolution.
Oh, that's right, I need to adopt it. You're right. So, thank you, Madam Clerk. I move for adoption of resolution number 5. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Fitch?
Aye.
Councilmember Gray?
Aye.
Councilmember Clancy? Councilmember Trakas?
Aye.
Councilmember Harder?
Aye.
Mr. Presiding Officer, we have, on resolution number 5, we have 4 ayes and 1 absent.
Thank you. Michael? Here you go. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations.